How did you meet Dagon Gera?
I discovered him in a Bacta tank on Kobo. He asked me to release him.
So you did?
I didn't know what he'd become.
Of course not. How could you? From what Cordova told us, Dagon could be trouble. But we know how to handle Jedi. Don't we, BD? I could go for a Skaz steak right about now.
What was it like to reunite with Master Cordova after all these years?
Terrifying.
Not the response I expected.
Remember that he disappeared without a trace not long after his premonition that the Order would fall.
We always feared that he had died.
Yes. Then one day he simply walks into my archive, alive and whole. For a moment I felt like a Padawan again. Ashamed that we hadn't completed his plan to rebuild the Order. And I didn't know how he would react to our decision to destroy the holocron.
How did he react?
As a master should. With questions, trust, and understanding. I'm very glad he found his way back to us. Good luck out there.
Did you know Master Yaddle?
I did?
Grease asked Seer about her once. I think he had a crush.
Master Yaddle was strong-willed, a strange sense of humor. I enjoyed her company immensely.
My master was her Padawan. He said she trained harder than anyone he knew, which was really something if you knew Jaro Tapal.
I think Kata would like you.
Yeah? Why's that?
Hard to say exactly, but she's got a doll with red hair that she loves more than life itself.
How's she doing?
Just fine. Got a perfect score on her last exam. Cal?
Where to? Let's see what's out there.
Kobo? Good. I've been meaning to check up on Monk.
What's that smell?
Smell? What smell? You could eat off this ship. But don't. I'm trying to keep it clean.
I smell it too.
Are you kidding me? It must be Cal. Always tracking things in and showing up with weird droids. And those outfits of his. I'm not even sure he cleans them. Oh, the ponchos alone.
We should burn them.
You know, you're right. We should.
Wow. This escalated quickly.
We're about to drop out of hyperspace. Sit down.
off to a pretty good start here, buddy.
You've introduced a new species. After you plant it, I'll provide more detail. The garden is fully expanded. Well done, Cal. This, of course, comes with benefits. There should now be more than enough goodness in the soil to boost the plant's growth. And, if you prefer, you could put plants in stasis at the size of your choosing. Ooh, a bluebell squish, how fascinating! Its flower has a most unusual scent, drawn from the moss as it blooms. I find it quite pleasant. I see you planted a spine fluff. They are quite adorable, but beware. Nested amongst those plumes are some claw-sharp needles. The plants need me.
It true then? Nicked that droid back from the raiders, did you?
I don't think we met.
Oh, lass. Sorry about that. Came at you like a rock, I did. Call me Ha. Been here longer than any of these greenhorns. Except Doma, and Gulu, and Guido, and old Toll, of course. But, she's... blast, there I go again. Cal, is it?
Right. This is BD.
Damn fine to meet you two, damn fine. Talk later?
Do you see this, lad? Pin me to the mast, the tank's over halfway full.
I hope they all get along.
Aye, but this is no the time for self-congratulation, laddie. There's still leagues of bubbles left for more fishes. Let the hunt continue.
I heard from Grease that our brave Cal simply tore through those raiders without so much as breaking a sweat.
Grease told you this?
Indeed. You ain't never seen someone move like that. So he says.
The Latero lies. You must make him fear you. Then he will speak truth.
Oh, Cal, here you are. So, is that how it happened?
No.
I told you. Grease lies.
How mortifying.
He must pay. We should curse him. Make him suffer.
If you hurt him, he won't be able to cook you scaz steaks.
Nobody asked your opinion, Cal Kestis.
Z, got any advice on confronting Dagon?
Well, in my day, I did watch him spar countless times. A ferocious warrior, that one. With a keen instinct for recognizing weakness. So, don't show any.
If only it was that easy.
I know. Why is it our enemies always seem to be the ones to exploit our failings? We'll speak later. Go on, sit forth. Care to see what I've found?
Here you go.
A most wise decision.
Looks good to me.
Delightful.
Gonna go with this one.
A most informed choice, Cal. Gather round.
With Ravis dead, the Bedlam Raiders have been wounded. This makes them dangerous.
They weren't exactly harmless before.
No, they were not. I will look after the outpost. The Raiders may strike if they think we are vulnerable.
I'll be back as soon as I can.
I know you will, and I will be waiting.
Good to see you made it back. How's Pyloon's treating you?
It's adorably derelict and entirely unique. If this cantina were on Coruscant, you could quadruple the prices and still have lines out the door.
Any luck with the datapad?
Ask Doma. She's working on it.
Thanks again for your help, Cal.
Don't mention it.
Come to challenge one of your fellow tacticians? Shall we play a game?
Go! Now that's a holo kill! A great hit by Cal! Oh, it never stood a chance! A well-played round by Cal Kestis! Love to see it! Commence! The ATST launches an explosive attack! An expert play by Kestis! Look out for that ATST! Cal will be looking to repeat that performance next round! Holo tactics! Rockets away! They just won't lay off the trigger! That unit is toast! Things are looking good for Cal! That's the round to Cal Kestis! Commence! The ATST is serving out rockets! Look out for that ATST! And it's off the board!
He wins again. You have played perfectly.
Cal Kestis is the undisputed holotactic champion!
I cannot believe what almost happened to Z.
Things worked out okay in the end.
Thank the stars that you could help her. Back in school, one of the archival droids was destroyed in a power surge. At the time, all I could think about was how much it screwed up my holoprints. How blind I was.
Don't beat yourself up. We're all figuring things out day by day.
Hey,
So what happened to your smuggling operation?
The Galactic Empire. Not long after the end of the Clone Wars, the Empire cracked down on my shipping operation. They ruined everything. Many of my associates saw the relative safety of the Hutts. Good riddance. Most of them were snakes anyway. But some of them... I lost people I didn't expect to lose.
I'm sorry, Moran. That's rough.
No, I'm sorry. I seem to have forgotten asking for your pity.
All right, then.
Cal, I've been meaning to, well, I was a little curt when last we spoke about how my shipping operation was shut down.
Don't worry. I've heard worse.
I really did lose everything, you know. And everyone. That's what brought me to Koba with what few wares I had left. Monk lets me keep my things in the back room. Go on. See if anything suits your fancy. Not like anyone here has credits to spend. Anyhow, I shouldn't take my troubles out on you.
Thanks, Moran.
Talk later, hmm?
Something interesting? Dreo. Old friend of Moran's.
Hey, Moran. What do you think about that moonbeam hitting the mountain?
I don't think about it.
Oh, come on. You cannot tell me you're completely disinterested.
You want to know what's up there? I'll tell you. Trouble, more trouble, and, you guessed it, a pain in the collective rear of everyone on this dusty rock.
But you can't.
And I know, you're a scientist. You can't wait to see what they'll unearth. But if years of smuggling taught me anything, it's that once you dig up trouble, you can never bury it again. Trouble sticks around, kind of like Turgle, or blabbermouth scholars with their pointless questions.
I have a theory. You are a very unpleasant person.
Now you're starting to get it. Drink up while you still can.
I saw your things in the back room.
You'll have to forgive the more tasteless ornaments. Some of it used to belong to Dreo, my old partner. He had a ghastly sense of style.
Another outlaw?
Not when I met him. He was running a perfectly legitimate port in Rhodia. Allowed me to use his docks for my shipments. No questions asked, supposedly. But we got to talking anyways.
Sounds like a nice guy.
He was the genuine article, all right. Probably why things didn't work out between us.
So Coruscant turned out to be a creative dead end, huh?
Exactly. Life's too big to waste on something that isn't working out. You understand?
Yeah, I gotcha. So you took off?
Mm-hmm. Abandoned my label, my penthouse, the promise of fame, all of it.
Where'd you go?
Left my agents a note and hopped on the next transport to Kuat.
An industrial world. Just like your home world, right?
Yep. New and familiar, all at the same time. Let's talk later, Cal, yeah?
Monk, I can
You seem in a good mood.
I was thinking how this cantina reminds me of a celebratory dance on my home planet.
The cantina reminds you of people dancing?
My people don't dance. The dance is my people. All together. Without everyone's essence, there is nothing. Like this cantina. Someone ordering a drink from Monk. A joke from Gulu. A hunting tale from Mosi. All these acts combine into something greater than the performers themselves. I must be alone now.
You're on a roll, Cal. Got another tip for ya.
What you got?
A bounty droid named Mesh has been babbling on the brood comms about that lab on the Shattered Moon. Go shut him up, will ya? They're a disgrace to the profession, if you ask me.
I'll see about him. Sooner or later.
Attaboy. You have to admit, that's not bad.
Looks good to me.
Good luck with that.
Turgle, what'll it take to stop your caterwauling?
I don't know. I'm sad, Monk. What do you recommend?
Sunshine and exercise.
A drink, Monk. I need a drink.
Are you sure? I think we both remember what happened the last time I served you.
I started trading with the Bedlam Raiders. Oh, drinking's brought me nothing but misery.
That it has. But keep it to yourself, will ya? I got a cantina to run.
Cal, is it true? Is Ravis really gone?
Yeah. You relieved?
You'd think so, wouldn't you? But I'm actually sad. It almost feels like I killed him.
He did try to kill you.
Oh yeah, a few times. But none of this would have happened if I wasn't trying to make a quick credit. I'm a murderer! Hey, Monk! What's it take for a frog with blood on his hands to get some service around here? Ravis, forgive me!
Hey, Cal. We've been wondering something.
Yeah, we've been wondering.
How's a guy like you end up in a place like this?
Engine trouble.
Don't we know it?
Hey, we're thinking of plugging fresh energy cores into the dams at Dredger Gorge. See if we can get them working again.
Not a bad idea. Where'd you learn to do that?
Old friend of ours. Top-notch engineer. Had a winning smile, too.
That he did.
Good friend to have around.
You'd think. But the guy shorted us on our cut after a big take. So, Grok may have left an anonymous tip with the authorities.
Yeah.
Pretty harsh for someone who shorted you on a few credits.
He tried to put his thumb in our slice of the pie. And our cut? Huh. That's non-negotiable.
There's some folks don't deserve a second chance. Especially not the greedy ones.
I'll keep that in mind.
What? So come on, kid. What's next for you?
I've got a chance to find someplace safe. I plan to make good on it.
Well, I'm no good with advice, but, people who... Hell, I messed it up. I'm just trying to say, listen, the happiest folk live somewhere between what they want and what they got, you know?
Yeah, I hear you.
Really? Sounds to me like the old man's noodle is starting to fray.
Damn it, Dana, I was being... Ah, forget it.
Talk later, buddy.
Hey, Monk.
What can I do for you? Gotta hand it to you, Cal. Wherever you go, the action surely follows.
Hey, you wanted customers, right?
That I did. The place is packed. And if we keep going at this rate, we're gonna need a bouncer.
Well, maybe Mosey's looking for some extra income.
Interesting proposition. If I had to put my life in someone else's hands, it'd be Mosey's. You keep your eyes on the path ahead.
Till next time, pal.
Garacos. They fight to the bitter end, don't they? Especially when they're injured.
Yeah, they do.
A lot of beasts are like that. I learned the hard way on a family outing once. My first time leading. Tracked a Kivaroa back to its nest. It was killing livestock. No other choice but to put it down. Played the approach perfectly. Found an opening. But my family was watching, so I decided to get a little bit fancy. Lost my concentration. One of its legs slams down, inches away from cracking my spine. Mama pushed it aside in the nick of time. And finished that Kivaroa no frills.
That's a close call.
Yep. Hey, you corner something, it'll do what it needs to survive. Even when you have the upper hand, never underestimate your prey. Later, BD.
You know what this place needs?
A working refresher?
Discipline. Those mouth-breathing raiders just walked in here and made off with Z. I go off planet for 1 second, and the whole place has gone soft. They've got to get it through their heads that I can't be their fearless leader all the time.
People have to learn to defend themselves, Grease. You can't fight the battles for them.
All right, finish this thing, will ya?
I'm going.
Finally, those pesky Jawas have stopped poking around my claim.
I saw some Jawas in the forest.
Well, you ain't seeing them no more. Made themselves a little village on the far side of the valley. No one's heard a peep from them since. Not one Utini.
Maybe I'll see how they're doing.
Really? Yeah. Aren't you, Mr. Goody-Goody?
Well, hello. Come on in.
Ready to work, BD? This one's interesting. Think this could work? Let's see. Not messing with this.
Come on in, look around. You've been coming around here so much, you're basically a regular.
You've got great stuff.
Most shop owners would offer a discount or the like, but not me. Nothing personal, but you start handing out freebies, you have people up in arms asking, why not me, Doma? Don't need a hassle.
That makes sense.
Cal, what's up with that woman who showed up with you?
Erin, she's a good friend. What about her?
Nothing.
Are you afraid of Marin?
Me? Oh, no. It's just... Well, I've never seen anyone like her before.
Marin's a night sister.
A night what? Wait, what is that?
She's from Dathomir, and she can perform magic.
Now you're just yanking my Walloona ears.
I'm not. She can wake the dead. Don't worry. You have nothing to be afraid of. Usually.
Cal! Well, all I know is if the dead start walking around here, you're gonna get an earful. All right, out with it. You're not carrying disruptor tech, are you? No? How about slicer droids? Don't lie to me.
We don't mess with that black market gear.
Smart. I made that mistake once. Ooh, never again. Sold some sensor jamming tech to a customer desperate to get a syndicate off his back. They traced the sale. Killed him, came for me.
We've had a run-in or two with the syndicates.
Oh, I barely made it out alive. Now, I keep my product clean. It's a bit pricier, but not as costly as a blaster bolt in the back, I'll tell you that. Could be great for you.
You're afraid?
I'm not the enemy.
Hit me again? Why'd you have to come along? Try again. No.
They're after you.
Ass up. What? Why are you mad? No thanks.
Come on!
Time to go.
You again. Just what is going on? First you come by, disturb my peace, now the raiders come to destroy it forever.
Is something happening?
I don't know, things just don't seem right. Empire's agitated, which makes him dangerous.
Okay. You just stay safe.
Oh, I ain't going nowhere. I ain't risking my neck.
What is this place?
Old loading dock, back from when things were busy around here. Don't get much activity anymore, though. Not since...
Since what?
No, it's nothing. Never mind.
Feels like there's something about this place we should know.
Mountain's not safe, stranger. I'd just watch where you go snooping around.
We're not really the careful type.
Someone ahead. Found you, intruder. Okay then.
Stop them!
You cannot escape. Who will prevent that? Do you think he's afraid of me? I think I missed something. Get up here! Hurry!
right by my side.
Moving to sector... Wait, what's that? Looks like it's from the clone... It's incoming!
Not a threat.
I think I'm done. Gotta reload.
Not much to look at. Maybe we should take up prospecting, huh, BD? got some seeds. Wonder if they'll grow in our garden.
Coward! Oh, you're in for a treat.
What are you fishing for?
I'm hunting the ferocious me. Did you know the me was the very first fish we scuba caught?
That must have been quite a day.
Aye, I was barely yee-high back then. Little scuba swam headlong into the creature's mouth. But, plucky as I was, I couldn't digest me before fishing fellows pulled us out.
Sounds more like it caught you.
Aye, it takes me back. Stick around, boy, and I'll top us off with a tale. Aye, our story nears its end. I discovered that Captain Whit was plundering my very home seas for exotic fish. And in the process, starving the old tars who raised me from a wee yoke. I spent many months in search of them. At long last, I discovered them on the salted shores of the third moon of Antine. I hied to Antine and tracked me foe to the Garacus Trench, a fissure sliced clean through the moon's heart. There, amongst the brine and black, I found him. Wanyak Whit and his vile crew, surrounded by glumbering eels, spearing them with their harpoons. "Captain," I cried, "you've broken your promise never to harvest the seas of Sakavitar." And I said, "Your command be forfeit if you dinna forswear my home waters." Oh, I'll scarce forget the snarl he issued as he turned to me, slow as a frozen reef, regarding me after years of thinking me dead. "This," he growled, "is why you dinna toss the fish back into the sea." Before I could shake my flippers, the barb of his harpoon spun through the deep, and its hook pierced me in the chest. My juices filled the water, and as my vision grew dark, I espied Wanyak, smiling sharp as a fang.
That's horrible, Scuba.
I told you, lad, that mine be a dark tale. I'll tell you more when next we meet.
Solo recommended we check this chamber out. BD, toss me a stim. Let's stop.